Okay, so my second unprofessional moment with a higher up. Okay, watch my other videos. One of the so anyway, so I had to go to Eugene. That's why I named him in another video. He was at the time supervisor of stalking. Okay. Anyways, I went to Eugene and I had to tell them because I also already a part-time worker. And I don't really know how this works because, again, I've never worked before. I have zero work experience. I don't know how things work, especially in this store. I have no idea. So I did go to him and was like, I need to change my availability. How do I do that? So he tried to help me figure it out, but then he realized we had to do it on paper and not electronically. So I went with him to the admin's office, and I'm gonna call her Sally. Okay, she's one of the coaches. I'm not really sure what her exact title is. I want to say digital coach or something like that. But she was there for the interview as well. So it was Eugene and Sally who interviewed me when I went to interview for Walmart. So anyways, so we go in there and then he said something and then she snapped at me. She was very rude and unprofessional about it. And then, I did, like I've said before, I don't talk back to authorities or whatever. I kind of had to take it. And I was holding back tears. Like, it was probably pretty evident on my face that I was very upset. And I didn't know how to respond. It wasn't an open conversation. It wasn't a discussion because she was upset, and I'm not gonna argue with people. I don't argue with people. That's something that I don't do. I can try to voice myself as much as I can within my capability, um, but I will not argue. So it wasn't even, there was no discussion. There was no discussion, and then I just ended up saying, I guess I'll figure something out. And this was right before I had to go lunch anyways, so there was this moment of awkwardness between the three of us, and then I was just like, okay, I'm going to lunch. Later that day, she had seen me, and so she was like, hey, there's a cashier position opening up. How would you feel about taking that instead? Because then you could change your hours and it's more flexible, blah, 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 blah. Because they wanted me to work the 2 to 11 in stocking, even though not everybody was working 2 to 11 or the 38 hours. I was a part-time worker. So that's what confused me too. So, and then we're also not supposed to switch departments until our 6th month, okay? So that also confused me too, but I wasn't complaining. So I had a lot to think about. So I had to weigh the pros, the cons, this and that. So I did end up switching to cashiering for many reasons. Stocking was actually really hard on me physically, and it was very stressful for other reasons as well. So I was nervous about it because, again, I have been in isolation. I have a lot going on with me mentally and emotionally. So there was this nervousness about interacting with people, and and it was just a new experience. So, because I think some of that was normal jitters, but I needed to be able to flex. Is that how you say it? Flex my schedule. I needed to be able to have a flexible schedule and change my availabilities and stuff like that. So I slept on it, and stalking was really hard on me. I could tell stories. So obviously I decided to take it. So this was supposed to be about, like, this video was supposed to be focused more on the on professionalism, but like I said, there was no open communication, and then they switched my department even though I had only been working a few weeks. I have not reached my 6th month. They did not work with me on that. It was not ever at any point an open conversation.